just warming up, step ups. So I'm going to step up with one foot and back down. I'm leading with the same foot on the way up and the way down right now. You could alternate. I like to do all one and all the other. So I'm going to switch to the other foot. And I'm actually doing a little warm up because I'm not warmed up right now. Okay. I'm going to switch to my lunges. So I'm going to grab these straps, which should have one button pushed in. Remember to always change the buttons with the strap fully in. Then I'm going to, with one foot on the roller, carefully walk back. I'm going to keep that foot on the roller. My other foot, I'm going to step back a little further with it. Find my balance first. I'm going to start with just keeping my hands right where they are as I just lift that back leg up and then back down into my lunge. Then I'm going to add some arms. I'm going to lift my arms as I lift my leg. And then I'm going to switch to my other leg. And I'm just going to add some balance in by stepping up with the other foot so I don't have to walk all the way back in. Okay, so back foot back into a lunge. I'm going to start with the hands down again just until I know I have my balance. Sometimes one side's different than the other. Okay, now that I kind of have it, I'm going to start to do a lateral raise. Okay, and then I'm going to walk that foot in. Walk the straps all the way in. And then let those go. Next, I'm going to transition to lying on my back. So making sure my tailbone is all the way at one end, rolling down so that my head is all the way on. My dog wants to join me here. Go lie down. Go lie down. Go on. Okay, so we're going to put one foot into the strap, and I'm just going to place that foot down while I get my other one here. Okay. Now that I have both feet in, I'm going to make sure my arms are under the straps. Bring my legs up, finding my balance, making sure my belly's pulled in nice and tight. Ribs are drawn down towards my hips, tailbone long. Using my hands for a little bit of balance here. I'm going to start in a frog position. I'm just going to press my legs out and bring them back in. Inhale out and exhale in. Now this is too light. You could take the straps off your feet, let them come all the way in, and push a second button down. But if you're going to be here for a while, or if you're just trying it for the first time, I would just keep one button pushed in. Good. Then since I'm already in my frog, I'm just going to not come in all the way. So I'm in more of a long diamond. I'm going to lower one leg down, lift it back up, alternate legs, or you could do all the same leg. I'm alternating. Good. And then both heels together, lowering both legs, lifting both legs. Making sure that you only go down as far as the belly stays in and the back does not arc any more than what's normal for you off of that roller. Good. Okay, I'm going to take my legs straight up to the ceiling and I'm going to do some circles. Lower, open, up and squeeze. Inhale, down and open, exhale, up and squeeze. Working on trying to keep my hips stable. It's harder than it looks. And then I'm going to reverse my direction here. And you could do up to 10 of each of these, or you can just do a couple of each one. It's totally up to you. Just make sure you do a couple different positions. Okay, then I'm gonna lower my legs down to my challenge point, and I'm gonna open and close my legs. I like to point open and flex closed, but you could also flex as you open, point as you close, or you could just keep your feet relaxed. Good. You could also do a single leg here. Makes it a little harder. You could do little quick heel beats. And you also could do these parallel or in a pigeon toe. And then bring my legs back into tabletop. I'm gonna flex my feet and just press my legs straight out and straight back in. Straight out and straight back in. If you wanted a little footwork, you also could curl your feet around the strap. Okay, then I'm going to carefully lower one foot down and reach for one strap with my hand. Let that come all the way in. And then take my other leg up, taking the strap off, letting it come all the way in. From here, I like to just bring my arms up and do a little roll up to come off of the roller. So starting our bridges, lying down so the body is perpendicular to the roller, butt in close, feet up on top. I'm going to start without it loaded, pressing my feet down in, pressing the backs of my arms into the floor as I inhale and just roll up, lengthening the whole front of my body, and exhale, rolling down. Inhale, rolling up. Exhale, rolling down, trying to move through each vertebrae one at a time. My next one, I'm going to hold up at the top, and then I'm just going to dip my right hip down and back up, left hip down and back up, without trying to rotate my shoulders or my knees. And you could do all on one side or you can alternate. Trying to do about 10 total. Then I'm going to roll up again and hold it at the top. And this time I'm going to roll down on the right, up on the right, roll down on the left, up on the left, rolling down and up, down, and up. You can go down on one side, down on the other side, back down on one side, and down on the other side, just to play with it a little bit. Or you could just stick with your center bridges the whole time. Then I'm going to roll up again, and this time I'm going to shift through my ribs, keeping my hips still. So I slide to the right, slide to the left, bring it to center, go down a little. Go to the right, to the left, center, down a little. Right, left, center, and down. You try to do about 5 or 6 slides in each direction. Then I'm going to roll it up again, going the other way this time. So I'm going to go left, right, center, and down. Left, right, center, and down. Left, right, center, and down. I'm trying for one more here. Right, center, all the way down. Okay, now you actually want to use the strap that's on the opposite side of where your body is. So I'm going to place that onto my foot here. And you can do it on the far foot or the closed foot. I'm starting with it on my far foot today. Then I'm just going to start with that leg down, so it's not really doing anything here. And I'm going to roll up then roll back down. Roll up and roll back down. You're gonna roll up and hold it up, drop the hip and lift. I'm alternating sides. You could do one side and then the other. And then rolling it back down. Rolling it up, holding it up at the top, squeezing up higher, little tiny squeezes. Keeping length in the front of the body, and then bringing that down. Now, I'm going to take my top leg up to the ceiling, and I'm going to roll that up, and I'm going to roll it back down. Rolling up, and rolling back down. Trying to be aware of my hips staying level with each other, which they probably aren't because I can't see myself. So if you can, do this with a mirror somewhere near you. Okay, then I'm going to lift it up and hold it up there. And I'm going to do little pulses up to the ceiling, really trying to isolate the opposite glute here. And then I'm going to roll it back down. You could do those variations with that leg bent into tabletop instead of straight up to the ceiling. And it will still be making you work harder through that left seat, even with it bent. Another variation, which I'm going to show you with my other leg. So loading that loop onto the opposite foot instead, which is my closer one right now. Readjust your position if you need to, if you've moved further out. And I'm going to roll up, and I'm going to take that leg straight up to the ceiling again. Then I'm going to lower and lift. Just lowering and lifting that leg. I could hold it low and open and close, or you can hold it high and open and close to get a little more inner thigh involved. And then letting that come all the way in before you slip it off your foot. You could hug your legs in or put your legs out long to come back up from the floor.